And welcome back, everyone, here to CEVO TV as we're about to bring you map 3 between Winterfox and Pug Godz. Winner, of course, will move on to the round of 8, and they'll be playing against Cloud9 just directly after this map is over. So, plenty of CS up tonight. Again, I am Dust. Joining me is Later, and we are about to get underway here with this pistol round.
Hey, if I'm going to lose this game, if I'm one of these teams, I'm going to try to stress the other team out as much as possible going into their doubleheader game. So maybe they have a slightly different attitude. They're more focused on winning. And I'm here to tank other people's careers first and foremost.
We are going to see ZPG doing a little bit of a boost play here. Lex has spotted it, though. Almost gets the dink out onto one of these players, but doesn't quite land the mark. That bomb is going to be making its way over towards A main here on the back of FGB. They do have a player inside the door. They do have mid control. They've actually pushed CJ out highway. Yeah, exactly. And Lex, I don't think he's realized this. He's been playing it so passive, just watching the vent cross. He hasn't had the idea that highway is exposed, but I'm sure they know it could be a potential threat. That's why XP3 is kind of playing Chuck to watch it, but here comes that site split. They had a double quad set up, but Hades is going to get taken down, so this bomb likely going to get planted. It's a 3-on-3, however, so there is still some hope for this to work out, but CJ quickly finding a way to perhaps thwart any of Winterfox's hopes of bringing this one back, as he is going to find a kill at Truck there, already getting some damage out onto this A main flank as well from Flowsick. Android waiting for XP3 to press this connector. He's going to be right. He will find the headshot. And so now it's all going to be on Flowsick. 1 versus 3, trying to get in here and do some damage. Does get one, but not enough. And ZPG will take the lead. But can they actually win the second round this time?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is only half the battle. I'm not going to, before you hop in and say, oh, pistol round, ZPG, here comes the next 2 right for them. But I've been fooled, I think, what, too many times now by them at the very least. Maybe even more. I can't remember Cobble. I've blacked Cobble out of my mind at this point. But either way, they're actually not messing around here either. They're breaking 3 AKs out, so they're desperately trying to not put themselves in a position where they can get accidented.
Yeah, kind of interesting. You do see a lot of CT teams doing a retake A setup on pistols, but Winterfox actually committed a couple of players to quad into that round to try to defend against that type of onslaught, and they couldn't do it. So now they're going to be on the back foot here. They do, of course, buy up some upgraded pistols and armor, and Android, the first victim, or I guess the second one. Summit went down a little bit earlier. And so again, ZPG, they won both pistols in the last map, but lost both second rounds, and it looks like they might be well on their way to having a repeat performance and going 3 for 3 between the last 2 maps. If they're unable to recover with these remaining members, they do have 3 AKs still in play. Flowsick wants that op, but it's locked away. Can't grab it. We are going to see Marv grabbing the kill onto Hades, but Lex responds right back, and so, I mean, Winterfox look like they're going to steal this one away.
Yeah, Flowsick, as well as right around the corner from FGB, could get loose with the CZ, but Anger and Lex in middle are going to be able to take down CJ. So here we go. Once again, another pistol round win from Pug Godz, and they get it thrown right back in their face. This is the 3rd pistol round straight that has happened to them on.
Yeah, just kind of spread out and get it picked apart despite some good pistol play from Winterfox on all occasions. And so there you have it. We're all squared, 1-all. ZPG going to have to save now, and this gives Winterfox an opportunity to go ahead and take the lead right away. And they're going to get 3 free AKs.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're about as strapped up as you could ask for coming off of that round.
Free AKs are nice, man.
Yeah, 1 M4 being dropped, the other one is an MP7, so some money can be made here. But they're going to have to stop a full-on, or what I imagine will break down into a full-on B-rush coming out from Pug Godz. This is where they were really dangerous on Cobble with all this pressure. Let's see if maybe Cash can be a little bit more conducive to it. Damage goes out right off immediately to take down Flowsick. Lex standing his ground at least for a little bit, but will get taken down. Now actually taking his turn here, and will run away before he gets overwhelmed.
Yeah, so great play here from the ZPG, looking to steal one right back from Winterfox, it looks like. But no, Anger coming in with that AK from heaven changes everything. Because now he's got a 1v1 against Android. He's going to land the shots, and there you have it. Anger saving the day for Winterfox. Looked like ZPG might just take that one. I mean, they had a great entry onto the B-bomb site. Good, efficient trading. Bomb was working its way in, but Anger just shuts it down. And he's actually had a pretty good series tonight throughout all the maps we've seen played.
Yeah, they being ZPG desperately needed some kind of smoke to go out on CT, just something to alleviate the pressure there. There was no way they were able to get past the combination of was it Anger and XP3 were their grand total. But now Pug Godz going across the map here over towards the A-bomb site, putting early pressure there right off the bat, but it's only going to amount to some A main control. The rest of their teammates are now out under vents if you're CJ, or getting ready to pop up on the boost potentially.
Yeah, definitely have a player boosted. They're actually slipping into the forklift here, but Anger is wise to it to be able to find the first frag. FGB does trade. Bomb's actually still down by T-Spawn, so it's going to be hard to backtrack and grab that, as they do have the A site. They could have possibly planted had they have had the bomb on someone's back, but they don't. Now they're just trying to scramble the fight back in this round. They're just getting all these pistol kills. What's going on? These P250s from ZPG. The whole issue with the bomb may not even be a problem at this point. They do get this into a 2v1 now. Bomb is going to get picked up here by Android, looking to bring it back to A perhaps, but Lex is going to find FGB, and this alerts him to where he needs to bring the bomb, but it doesn't matter because FGB just gets the kill straight up. So I don't even understand. That is insane what just happened.
No, yeah, the fact that they were able to snap back right there is just unbelievable, and it's going to make for a potentially another back and forth game, kind of like we saw on Cobble. Winterfox going to be saving this round, I guess, trying to buy next, but are they even going to have money to properly buy next? I don't even know. I guess maybe on some of their more rich players, specifically XP3, but yeah. Or maybe they're just happy to play with pistols because they've been winning pistol rounds all over the place, especially against guns. Why not break out the pistols? Why not hold on to the pistols?
Yeah, I mean, some of these guys are going to be like towards the mid 3K range next round, so maybe they could perhaps do something. But if they want to take the safe bet, they might double save. As we are going to see ZPG looking to attack this B-bomb site, but look, a Flowsick waiting on the end of that box with open arms, thanking CJ for the gun. But he's not going to be able to put it to much use as he's taken out fairly quickly. And ZPG are going to get control of this B-bomb site. That bomb making its way in now. We do have Winterfox rotated with 3 members outside of the site, 2 towards Heaven, 1 over towards the connector, but they are smoked off, waiting things out as the bomb will make the plant. And I mean, Winterfox, of course, don't have anything to save. They'll try to see if they can't find some frags. Looks like XP3 actually already ran away. Yeah, okay, I guess.
Armored. $300 P250. That's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll leave it. All right. Well, Hayes trying to see if he can't find a kill or something, but
got mollied out.
Yeah. There you have it. ZPG going to take the lead, 3-2. They'll be able to string a couple together in a row. And again, Winterfox have a decision to make next round.
Yeah, whether or not they want to commit on it. I mean, if they save this one, I can't imagine they would want to go for it on the next round. I mean, 49
That's so weird.
They're only, yeah, right. Like, why not? If you're gonna double save anyway, why not just? Unless they wanted to double save and end up with some kind of double op setup, or at least
I mean, why not just
after the double save?
It seemed weird they didn't just try to retake together with 3 players with P250s to try to do more damage. Instead, they spread out. They kind of went one by one. XP3 went for this crazy long flank outside B. It would have seemed like it would have did them more justice just to go ahead and go out there.
To be fair to them. But
yeah, I guess that's true.
Right. But still, do something together. One-on-one-on-one's not going to win anything. We saw that in the first map.
So now we are going to see Winterfox electing to go for that double save. Not surprised. Don't want to risk it. And CJ just finding Hades through the smoke there. So that's an easy entry. They have mid control very rapidly. And now they can do whatever it is they want at this point. Marv will kind of probe around at Highway, see what information he can find. They do have a player in Vent as well as FGB with the bomb, and he will find Lex. So they're just going to go ahead and snap onto a decision to move this bomb into the B-bomb site. And they're cleaning house.
Yeah, Anger now the last player left alive for Winterfox, trying to make some impact for his team here. Not able to get a wall bang shot with the deagle onto the 1 HP player of Marv, but he's actually Marv coming back for more. Marv wants his kill. It doesn't matter if he has 1 HP. Well, we should be careful jumping off that. Jesus. Almost died with his 1 HP, and Pug Godz continue to put it together and are narrowly, or not even narrowly, at this point actually pretty comfortably in these last 2 rounds, avoiding the anti-eco rounds from Winterfox. So
that's really important to think about, that they didn't lose really any members in the last couple of rounds. So
but
they're able to.
Is why I think Winterfox was saving earlier. Now I think they can take control here.
And they're going to do a 1-3-1. They're going to anchor each side with an op. They're going to put 3 players at mid with rifles. So this is a pretty, I would say it's not completely standard, but it's definitely a setup we see a lot of teams go to whenever they want to put more emphasis at mid. They'll put Anger. Sure. Yeah, Anger inside the vents means you can assist XP3 at B pretty quickly. Just needs to turn around. Plus, they can still put 3 men on mid, basically. So it's nice. It doesn't leave your sites too vulnerable. And it gives you some emphasis at mid again. But this time it's not really playing out that well up until just now. Anger again making a huge play. He made one at B a few rounds ago on an anti-eco as well. So again, Anger having a pretty good start to this game. And like we said earlier, overall he's had a pretty good series.
Yeah, 9 frags on this map so far.
DPG just left in a 2 versus 3 with a lot of time left, yes, but they don't have much to work with.
Yeah, it looks like they want to pressure Anger. I guess it's not a terrible idea. They do know exactly where he is, so why not go where you know a player is? But the player peeking Z gets killed, and then eventually Anger goes down to the fire. Android is low, and he is now being forced into a one-on-one, so Hades knows the bomb is down, is right around the corner. Is he going to peek wide into Android? He will, and they're going to exchange damage. Not quite. I think it's mostly Android that was doing the exchanging, but Hades will find a way to serve it right back with the op, is able to get the frag after being hit down to 23 HP. So that round really came down to it. It was kind of a weird ping-pong back and forth, giving up the lead.
Absolutely.
But Hades stepping up big. A 1v2 is very much what this team needed right now.
Yeah, I mean, ZPG did really well at middle whenever they used the fire to get Anger, and then they also, XP3 was trying to save Anger's life, basically, or at least trade frag, and then he got taken out. So ZPG played that out so well, but Hades with a big 1v2 going to go ahead and get that round for Winterfox. But they need to worry about their money being reset. They have bought down the $0 on 2 players, a couple down to 150. This could lead to a double save if they lose this round, and so far it's playing out that way. ZPG with full mid control right now, and they have a 5-on-3. They're just mowing Winterfox down. There is just nothing in the gas tank for Winterfox, it seems right now. They're just running on fumes at this point, as XP3 is the only man left to try to see if he can do something by himself. He's got the op in play. He's gotten a couple of kills, yes, but he still has a tough 1v3 on his hands. And that bomb, it's going to go into A. It's going to plant. XP3 getting the heck out of there. He's actually just going to try to save this op. He knows what kind of...
for a minute, though.
I mean, he knows what kind of money problems they're going to face. And, I mean, yeah, I guess he's just trying to get the best hiding spot he can. But certainly people are going to give chase here. There's a decent amount of money on FGB, for example, to, eventually go for this chase.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised the chase is not even more aggressive from ZPJ. I guess they're just scared of XP3, because how could you not be scared of him? But I mean, it's a 1v3. They must know what Winterfox's money situation is like here, as you said. So I thought this now more aggressive chase would have started a little sooner, but still it is happening. And XP3 is going to spot CJ through a small crack in the plywood. Free shot onto the back of CJ, but that's going to guarantee his position, make it maybe a little bit harder to save here. But smartly, XP3 not going to hop back up and repeat. Just going to take solace in the fact that he can hold on to his op if he just sits still, and he is able to do just that. So they may be able to armor pistol around that op, I guess.
I mean, they're going to save next round no matter what, so you might actually see some upgraded pistols come into play, just knowing that they're going to have to take a full save next round regardless if this doesn't play out well.
It's also this is the second time that they've had an opportunity where they were going to have to double save and they didn't buy. So maybe that is just a general team trend, just a strategy thing. Before it got them a double up setup that worked for a round. Let's see if maybe this for a double up.
And they're probably not feeling too pressured. They already have 3 rounds on this CT side. This map does lean a bit towards the T side nowadays with the clock changes and stuff. And it was always a map that was maybe somewhat T-sided for some teams anyway. So the fact that they're holding well at this point, they're probably not stressing them out too much. But it also helps that they've been able to find a couple of kills this round. They've even got an AK and Flow 6 hands, and so they actually have a chance, despite the fact they didn't invest anything into this really, to perhaps steal it away from ZPG, and that would be a big victory for them. As XP3 is going to find Marv now as well. XP3 just putting this op to work. And man, did he... Oh, okay, I thought he aced for just a split second, but forgot about that kill from Lex earlier on. So yeah, what a round from XP3, putting that op to work.
I mean, they knew exactly where he was right off the bat. Or at least at the very least in the 5-on-3, they knew where he was. And even though they did have a guy, they being Pug Godz, had a guy pushed up on highway, I'm not exactly sure if they should have ran face first into him. I mean, I guess there is the fear of 2 other rifles being out there and in the hands of the CTs, but you know exactly where that op is. You also know exactly how to run away from it. I don't know why they didn't do that. But, obviously, hindsight 2020 as CJ is able to get an open frag here onto B. Spam going back and forth through the door as Lex is the only player here to make a stand. Lex continuing to find his range, but he will get traded out by a pushing FPV. 1-for-1 for Anger as well is going to put XP3 now in a not-so-great situation here. Pug Godz once again could punish Winterfox and not allow them to string together rounds.
Exactly. Resetting Winterfox's economy again is just devastating, man. I mean, right when Winterfox wins a big round with mostly pistols, XP3 is going off by himself with an op, you think, okay, they're starting to steal rounds away from ZPG, but then ZPG fight right back. And now Winterfox are going to be right back to saving, so ZPG can still wind up building a pretty big half out of this situation.
Absolutely, but we're not going to have to see a double save here from... Actually, maybe...
Right.
I mean, it's even close. I think they're not going to when they have Flosick on like 3-3 and 2-8 on Hades, but I mean 1-7 on Anger. If he doesn't get any kills here, he's not going to be exactly swimming in cash.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
will have to see.
Yeah, ZPG just looking like they're going to go for a quick B hit at this point. They already have several out in the lobby, and Marv looking to get mid-control to get to Vince, and along the way, he's going to find himself a frag, perhaps a second one. But no, XP3 landing that B251 tap, but it won't amount to much as Android's already cleared that B-bomb site out. He's gutted it through, and now the bomb is going to be planted. M4 is going to be picked up XP3. He will just save that. So ZPG going to take this round. It's going to make it 7-4.
Yeah, there isn't even another rifle somewhere for Anger to go find. So they're going to have to settle for, I guess, a P250 or maybe even a deal. Maybe upgrade that pistol if they can. Either way, though, ZPG hunting, trying to take these guns out of the Winterfox players' hands. They're going to boost Summit into Vent. But actually, they're not going to be... I thought he was going to push out of there and get a little bit more aggressive. He's much more content to hang out and make sure they're not getting flanked. Take the comfortable round wins, because next round's going to be a buy round no matter what, so Anger saving an M4 is not the worst thing in the world.
We'll have to see what Winterfox wants to do here. A little bit limited on funds. They can't afford any ops at all. We know they tried to double op earlier in the game, so it seems like that was maybe part of their game plan to put that to use, and now it's not even an option. But yeah, they will buy up what they can. M4s across the board. One FAMAS on Lex. Going to be limited on utility, however, so it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to do retakes, as well as maybe putting a hold to ZPG, who's been very aggressive on mid-control, as well as just executing sites heavily as well. I mean, they've just been relying on running out there, guns out, and trade fragging, which served them well on Cobble. Wasn't so hot on Overpass, but here so far on Cash, it's done well. Hades trying to make a play with the pop flash of the smoke, but it doesn't affect anyone, and CJ just gets a free kill.
Yeah, Anger kind of replacing his dead teammate with an aggressive setup here. The Toxic Brown is actually going to try to rotate away. Did he get spotted? Oh, yeah, look at the smoke just there. And this is a free A-bomb site now for the Pug Godz.
Yeah, none of that aggression for Winterfox pans out. You can't blame them for doing it. I mean, pop flashing A-main's pretty common for information grabs and stuff to better help your rotates. But this time around, they just got absolutely stonewalled. And so here you have an 8-4 game for ZPG, building up a nice lead. Money again low on Winterfox. And so, I mean, ZPG, they're making a big half out of this.
Yeah, most definitely. A half win right here, already solid. I mean, a 9th one almost guaranteed, assuming they don't get eco'd again. It's all going to come down to... It's really not this round. It's the next gun round, round 14, where I think we're really going to see a glimpse into Winterfox's fate here, as they just need to make some stops happen.
Starting to see ZPG boosting up middle here and just taking control yet again. But they did lose a couple of players in the process. Winterfox actually with the slight man advantage. They're trying to push out B, but Android is here waiting for it. But he's just going to find a deagle bullet in between the eyes. And so now it's a 2-on-4. Marv catching this B aggression fallback now. He's gotten Lex. He knows that Flosick is also pushed. So he's trying to catch him falling back into B, but not going to be the case. It's going to be Flosick just holding his ground and T-spawn. Meanwhile, Summit doesn't really know what he needs to do with this bomb just yet. He's kind of waiting to see what's happening with Marv at B. Should he bring it there? Should he bring it A? He's going to go mid to be right in between both options. And now he's actually going to make his way into Vince. Marv thinks he has control of the B bomb site. Summit's thinking Flosick's flanking mid, which he's right about. And now he's going to bring this bomb in.
Yeah, having Flosick on a quick flank is going to be dangerous, but the fact that he only has 8 HP makes him that much less scary. Bomb going to be going down in this site now. They are full-on assaulting here. Hades doing the frag as we leave the bomber as the last man standing in Summit. Make that 2 for Hades overall as he gets it done with the AK as well. So
another pistol round win for them.
Yeah,
I mean,
huge eco.
Nothing to work. Let's still find ways to make it happen. This time, putting the aggression on the opposite side of the map, and it is successful. So here now it's 5-8, still in favor of ZPG, but Winterfox are closing that gap pretty well. Now they're going to be fully decked out. They're going to have that op in XP3 hands. The utility is about as good as it gets. The Pug Godz, though, they have that op in Android's hands now. They've been passing it back and forth between him and Marv throughout the series. They're going to give Android a shot now, see what he can do. He's going to take it over to B.
For the most part, both were effective when they had it in their hands on Cobble. One just offensively in Marved, and the Android taking control of the defensive offense. Look at Anger, pushed all the way up through A main. Gonna get a lot of information, and I'm sure he's gonna push all the way through. But B is where it's also gonna perform a large rotate, but they still need to take care of the terrorists that are working their way into B.
Oh my god.
Stacking them up as him and XP3 also pick up a few.
They were so focused on trying to get XP3 down in the corner that Lex was just gifted a couple of free op shots. Plus, XP3 did get a kill before getting taken down, so just a great hold at B from Winterfox, and Anger was on that quick flank the entire time thanks to that push through A main earlier on. So Marv stuck in a 1v3. He does get one kill. Now in a 1v2, a chance to get a quad kill round and clutch it up for another one on the board for his team, but Anger and Hayes have great positions that bombs down, and he has to go through the crossfire to get to it. Tries to pop flash his way through, but Hades waiting for him, grabs the kill, and so now they have 6.
It seemed like a pretty good flash, too. I guess that was just a little too far away for that to be effective. Maybe it was just a really quick way, because it was thrown back towards from the rail to B main, so really far away from CT, even though it did flash, just not quite long enough. Double up setup going to continue to potentially be devastating here from Winterfox. I think it had great potential when they first brought it out. They just weren't able to hold on to it because they dropped the round right afterward. An A stack here as well. Let's see what they're going to be throwing forward. They're going to be putting one of those ops at A main and having them fall back now.
Yeah, I mean, CJ getting control of mid right now with that Tech 9, being able to take out Lex. He's going to be able to pick up that M4 as well, so going to be fully geared at this point. There is still one op that they have to worry about. It's going to be on XP3. I think Hayes actually picks up the other one as well, so they still have both ops in play, in fact, but ZPG just trading better right now. They're still holding mid control. They're countering the aggression from Winterfox. They have Summit sitting in the vent area, still trying to decide where they want to go. They do spot Hades out there at mid. They are going to do a little bit of damage to him, and now he'll back off with that op back towards A with Anger, and XP3 has to hold B solo with an op inside of the site. We are seeing ZPG still trying to come up with a decision. Hades going to take out CJ, who was trying to find some information at Highway. This is going to deter them from going that way. They're going to hit B now, so it's all XP3. He's going to get taken out immediately. Great entry from Summit. So this bomb is going to get planted, and now we're going to have to see if Anger and Hades can retake in a 2 versus 3 in the last round of the half.
Yeah, that was actually a Summit that hasn't really been fragging super well this game. Anger having half of his health just chunked down immediately. He is pretty much a known quantity there in heaven and very lit up. FGB able to take him down. Gonna. Oh, actually taking down Hades. I'm sorry, I was completely lost there. I don't even know where FGB is.
He was playing in Sunroom and caught the flank.
I thought he was in the back side. I thought he was back left side. He's actually in Sunroom. That's the difference.
Yeah, so big round there. We're at the end from ZPG to make it 9-6. But, I mean, again, I think this map currently sits a bit T-sided, so there's still certainly hope for Winterfox to bring it back, especially if they can win Pistol. Or, you know, as ZPG wins Pistol, they could just win second round again, and then it's no problem. But we'll have to see how it goes.
And that was also another situation where that very easily could have been a nightmare half for Winterfox, but they were able to snake away 2 eco rounds?
Yes. Yeah,
2, one on,
2.
what, 2 and 1 on 13, I think, something like that. So that was pretty much the reason why they were able to stay at least somewhat relevant. There's effectively free rounds, and each one they were able to pick up 3 AKs, which is invaluable as a CT. So it could have been a much different half if they weren't able to string together those, or steal away those difficult rounds.
So an interesting half, to say the least. As you noted, and it is certainly accurate, that Winterfox, you know, had a couple of things go their way on some of those force buys or just pistol rounds. I mean, ZPG really could have had a sizable lead going into this one. They still do have an okay one, but it's definitely not as great as it could have been. We'll see what they can do here in the pistol in the second half. What a story it would be if ZPG winds up beating Winterfox, even though their teammate left to go play with their opponent. They get him back anyway with the help of Summit. That would be some pretty cool stuff.
Most definitely, and Winterfox is now exploding out in mid. But actually, there's a B push coming around behind them as well, so they got to make sure they don't get too separated here. A lot of information being picked up by XP3 here as well, though. So the terrorists might be able to kind of collapse on his flank.
Oh, but CJ getting the kill to get the bomb down, finds another one tap on the flow stick, and they're going to keep trying to push into him to trade, but he's done a lot of damage, and now Marv comes in for the return fire, and Hades is left all alone in a 2 versus 1. The bomb is down. He's going to be able to get to it most likely as Marv gives up the angle to wait for Summit to get in better position. Now they will play this out a little bit better together. They don't realize that they thought Hades might have grabbed the bomb and just ran back to B, but he didn't. He just keeps challenging, and Marv gets him down, and that round was so back and forth. I mean, it started out well with TPG's push, but you saw Winterfox, who had mid control, actually fall back to mid garage to counter that aggression. But, you know, in the gun battles, EPG wins out, and that's another pistol round for them. They've won 4 out of the last 4 played.
Also, they've gotten ecoed on round 2s of 3 out of the last. Well, this is the 4th.
Yeah,
one
exactly.
Going. So, I'm hesitant right now to be exactly super stoked, but I mean, this is a common occurrence. We've seen this, like as you said, 4 times in a row now from the Pug Godz. They like to win pistol rounds, but they almost always have it thrown back in their face. So
we'll see if this one fares better. You can see that they're being a little bit more cautious here. They're not committing any players to A. They have Marv just playing from Chuck. They have 2 highways who can quickly rotate to either A or B. And then they have 2 players at B playing also quite passive. So yeah, they're not going to give up any kills for free, it seems. They're going to take the favorable duels at range against these pistols, try to stay away from those Tech 9s and close quarters battles. But CJ, he could get caught here. He's playing in the back corner. It's going to be checked, and Lex will take him down. And so B, it's being split right now. Android fighting the cross, able to get one inside the site, but the bomb still will make its way in, and still will be getting laid down here momentarily. CPG just getting held up at this point, waiting for that smoke to fade at the lower CT. They also have 1 player inside Heaven, but now they have to fight these Tech 9s up close, and this is where things can get scary, as Hades also has that Deagle.
0 nades.
Yeah, they're just trying to brute force their way in with these guns, but Winterfox is holding them off right now, and it's going to be another second round victory for Winterfox.
Jesus Christ, that is... I need to double check if that happened on Cobble at all, because I don't really remember, but that's 4 pistol rounds straight that they've won and then dropped on round 2. 4! Like back to back to back to back. That's like a golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts in a baseball game. Nothing sticks out more than a golden sombrero. That's tough.
And it's hurting the ZPG a lot here because, again, they could have... Okay, so those 2 second-round losses, right, stacked it up against the other 2 Vicos they lost in the first half, and they would have already won the game by now, or at least been in good place to just go ahead and put this thing away. So it's insane. And that's the... And you know what? The biggest thing about this is whoever wins this has to play Cloud9, and both these teams are struggling right now, to be honest.
That's what I was saying. If you're not going to win, you're just going to try to infuriate the other team. And
well, it's also making it hard for me to believe that you're going to be able to tackle Cloud9 when you're struggling this hard to win games now against like what would be considered lesser team than Cloud9. In both scenarios.
Were you ever disillusioned about that?
Yeah, I don't know. If one of these guys would have came out firing hot, you know, firing on all cylinders and winning clean, maybe. I mean, they're still going to be an underdog, no doubt. What?
What was that?
I have no idea. I think that was just like a jumping Galil headshot or something like that. That was pretty random. Whatever.
Pretty random. I would say so.
Bomb is going to go down.
Todd just made a funny noise, but I didn't see what happened from Hades. That's funny. He must have made I'm sure it was just confused, very confused noise.
That was a ridiculous shot there. So now it's going to be a 4-on-2. This Android and Marv left. It looks like they are content to sit back and see possibly start closing that gap. Thanks to that second round victory once again.
Ah, man, good for them, though. I'm still a little confused about what exactly happened there on that rail kill, but still, all is well that ends well for Winterfox here as they're just trying to drag this as close as possible. That scout being saved by Android, I'm pretty sure he bought right off the top, and yeah, Marv gonna be able to come away with a MAC-10 as well, so I guess they are gaining money. I guess that would have to be considered a successful eco round if you came out plus 1 gun. But either way, Winterfox now in really good shape here, both with the firepower they have on their backs, the money they've accrued through the plethora of plants they've gotten. It looks like they can make this one close, but they're going to have to get past the Pug Godz when they have rifles in hands, and they are all out on the boost mark. They're not going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, CVG able to get one frag out here on the flow stick, but since then, Winterfox have been able to deal with everything else, and so that looks like the only casualty they may suffer this round was that first one. Well, never mind. Android ensuring at least another man goes down, but it's still a round one for Winterfox pretty comfortably. So now they're just one round away from tying this thing right back up at 10 all and moving on to play Cloud9 in the round of 8 of this bracket. As again, just to explain to you, Optic already secured the first spot for North America for our LAN. The second spot still up for grabs. Selfless will play CLG in the best of 3 for that spot from the previous bracket. And then we have this bracket going on right now to determine a third. And Cloud9 is kind of one of the favorites in it because teams like Luminosity, Renegades, and Tipo Storm, and Liquid are not involved in the bracket.
They were too sour about losing.
That our schedule is just too busy at this point, I think.
Nah, I think it's the thing I said. It can't be scheduling. It can't be anything like that.
Regardless, like sitting in this bracket of teams like Cloud9, Energy are probably some of the favorites. Selfless, if they lose to CLG, will be a part of this bracket and have another chance to qualify. There will also be a team to keep an eye on to perhaps win this one through. But yeah, let's get back into this round now.
Yeah, cross smokes are going to be thrown out, or cross-ish smokes, I don't know exactly how they were thrown, are going to be thrown out towards mid, creating that wall. Going to allow Anger to hang out on the boost. I think eventually come up highway once his AX is underway. I think that's the game plan.
Nice shot there from Hades, catches CJ trying to move into a new position. Summit responds onto Lex, but it's still a 4-on-4. That bomb's actually down in a kind of a tough spot. And now FGB able to reap some benefits from that. He's able to catch these kills as Winterfox have to commit to this site now. The bomb's down so deep into it. Marvin to catch Winterfox's Anger out at mid, and so now it's all XP3 with this op at A main.
Summit, don't peek that again. Thanks.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely going to get in a better angle now. Definitely a smarter player than XP3. I mean, probably going to try to save this op since there's only 25 seconds left, but Marv has already pressed out mid garage. It's going to be hard for him to do that. Probably is going to get chased down. There's not a whole lot of money on ZPG to be chasing him, but they might commit a body or two towards the cause.
To removing an op, I think that is worth it. Maybe not 3 bodies to it, but if they could get away with 2. Wow, XP3 very narrowly blocking those flashes and keeping his attention long enough for FGB to come around and get the flank. So Pug Godz now putting them in positions to create some distance. So Winterfox still has money. They have some semblance of an economy, but they are kind of all over the place. 4 seconds left. There's a pretty late buy coming out from them. It seems like they decided at very last minute. They didn't even start buying anything until about 5 seconds left in freeze time, and they can't really play very quickly because they still even have players in spawn. So I'm sure they're going to be setting up, playing methodically, trying to expose a pick. We're even going to be seeing Hades just go in hand. He can grab CJ's gun now.
Yeah, Lex able to come out, grab an entry on the mid control, but now Andrew's going to get boosted up into the mid late. Going to be able to catch Anger completely off guard. Could even find Lex who's boosted, but now he'll fall back close. Can't catch the fallback, and Android is hitting some insane shots right now, trying to find another, but XP3 is able to catch him before he can back out. So that is just so much chaos taking place in the beginning of this round. See Pug Godz come out slightly ahead in all of it. It's a 3-on-2, and Lex is so low. He's definitely...
Yeah, I think maybe a little more than slightly.
Yeah, I mean, he's really vulnerable right now at that HP. To see what they can do. FGB, meanwhile, has A main control because he's sitting in lockers right now. So this gives someone a little bit more freedom to rotate. And if they come into the site through highway, FGB can just kind of wait it out, have a crossfire with some of that truck. Someone does need to worry about the fact that they could push in the CT spawn, which XP3 is actually doing.
Someone's
right
about
now.
to be heated. Oh, he looks back at the right time, but unfortunately, XP3 still is able to get the frag there. That's going to put a lot of pressure on FGB here.
Indeed. Yeah, they're going to go up highway to the A site.
There's a molly. Oh no, they're peeking truck though. So he can get a frag onto the not bomber, but oh, because XP3 is able to get one of the frags, he could split the difference there. Open B bomb site.
Exactly. So this actually worked out in Winterfox's favor, how that whole exchange went over there towards mid and A. So now FGB has to win himself a 1v1. XP3 plants, and he's inside the site. XGB does have an incendiary, so he could push XP3 out of position with that if he lands it right. Not exactly where it needs to be, but it does limit at least one option. So now you can focus right on these boxes, and he will be able to get the shot. So well done by FGB using an incendiary to at least eliminate a peek he has to take. Because when you come up that ramp, you do have to worry about left and right. So when you can eliminate one of those options, it just allows you to better, you know, with crosshair placement. So well done. 1v1 executed properly. And now CPG are up 12-9. And I mean, Winterfox have a decision to make here because money is a little bit light. They will just take down a couple of players and try to go for it.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt as well when FGB just full runs into the site and hits a dink through the box while full speed running before he even rounds the corner. It makes winning 1v1 that much easier, but XP3 going to be mollied off of the boost. Two players in mid for Pug Godz going to be trying to sniff out XP3. Oh man, Marv begging to get off there, crossing towards white box. With actually two players towards white box, I bet someone peeks wide and gets killed for it here. Is it going to be Summit? Is it going to be Summit? Oh, it should have been Summit, but XP3 got a little impatient.
And so we do see Winterfox just playing super default and passive, just looking for aggression. Anger is inside A main. He made it to the other side of the entryway here, just waiting to see if anyone's going to push up Forklift. Actually, he's going to be boosted up top on red, and he will get the kill on Anger. It doesn't even really take a lot of damage either. I don't think Anger landed a shot there. So a clean frag to start things off as now Winterfox will go for late mid control. Summit watching this from Highway. He's going to take a pretty good bit of damage. He's down to 56 HP after that exchange. Meanwhile, Winterfox has gotten into vents now. They have a player coming lobby. Marv picks up XP3 though, and CJ spots Flowsick, takes him down to 32. I think he clipped him through the wall a little bit there. Android will step out. He'll go ahead and clean up that frag. And I mean, now Winterfox are just falling apart at this point. They will be able to flush Android out with that Molotov, but they can't even get the kill. Android gets it anyway. Hades does eventually find the headshot to return, but now he's in a situation where he has to ace clutch to steal this round back. He does get a couple. He's going to move this bomb into the B site now. He's going to go ahead and get it planted. Meanwhile, we do see ZPG gathering up for the retake. Two towards heaven, one towards lower. They have a couple of flashes to work with as well. Hades is going to throw down a smoke. Oh, yeah, this is actually a pretty decent situation, but oh, they're just all going to start spamming onto him through that smoke, and so he will go down. A nice try from Hades, but ZPG will be victorious. They will be up to 9.
Yeah, as good as that smoke is, the only problem is once you use it, the other team knows exactly what you're planning on doing with it. It's one of those that you can win a round with it, or you just completely lock up the loss. It's not like, oh, this may work out. It's either a winner or a loser. Fortunately, it did not work out for him there, but either way, 3v1 going to be tough no matter what. Now, Pug Godz breaking out their own double off setup. Let's see if they can show Winterfox how it's done. Or at least they need to keep it alive for 2 rounds to really show Winterfox how a double off setup is done. But it's going to put still more pressure on FGB here, as he is the lone A player of what is, I think, about to be an A side take, but Summit's here to back him up. Summit's been pretty quiet this game, and his team is still getting it done.
That is certainly true as Winterfox trying to take control of this A bomb site here. They are in, but FBB finding a frag. XP3 does respond. Yeah, so we have a 3-on-2. Flowsick trying to plant the bomb. He's going to get pushed by Android, but he's going to find the kill, so now the plant will go down. It's a retake with just ops, but Marv pulls out the 5-7, takes down Flowsick. And now it's going to be all on XP3's shoulders with just a P250. CJ missing some op shots, giving XP3 a chance, perhaps, as he does move in to close range. He's going to put that out down, pick up an AK. He's missed far too many shots with that. He's going to change things up. He's just waiting for XP3 to show himself. They know that the bomb is down. Now they see XP3 trying to swing through the other side. They have the intel, and they'll land the mark. And there you have it, ZPG. They're just 1 round away from map point and a couple away from winning the series over Winterfox. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, still crazy. It still feels pretty crazy. It's still a really solid upset, but once again, as we talked about before, Winterfox has not been able to hit their stride recently. This is not exactly like atypical of them. So I don't really know what to make of that necessarily. Just kind of say, tough, keep going. You got to keep pushing forward. But I don't know. Flowsick just not putting it together right now. 8 frags. Not really much from Hades as well. Anger's been okay. Anger's been like a mixed bag, I feel like. He's either really great or is not impactful at all.
Yeah, he's been good this series all the way through for the most part. But you've had Flowsick, had 1 good game. Now he's having a bad game.
I feel like he hasn't had any, like,
Hades been
rounds though. Like,
pretty
he's been,
rough
like,
all
consistent.
games.
Oh, I meant Anger. I was talking about Anger. What were you talking about?
Hades, I'm just saying he hasn't had a good game this series.
Yeah, no, he's been.
He's had a couple of moments where he's made a play, but overall he hasn't had a good game. Either way, individual performances aside, GPG is playing really well right now, and Hades trying to go for that counter boost. He does get the kill on to FGB, and so this means that Winterfox will actually have a 1-man edge, and they're pulling that rotate. Exactly. Summit gets Hades with the op, though, so it's going to be a 3-on-3. They still could get in place to retake, and again, with that extended bomb timer, you have the time. to still coordinate a pretty nice little retake. And Summit does have an incendiary to flush someone out, but Flowsick catches Marv, who kind of went in there by himself. And now a Molotov will go out to kind of further delay anyone wanting to push through lower to get inside the site and get the round back. And so Winterfox, they may have just done it. They may have just extended this a little bit further before PG can reach that map point.
Yeah, and I actually think the close-ish rounds in the past few, plus the bomb plants, are going to allow Winterfox to keep this economic pressure up. And I guess if Pug Godz can save these 2 guns, they'll be able to buy up around them. But if Winterfox can take them out of their hands safely, that would be really big. They can't afford to give up any guns necessarily, but they definitely don't want Pug Godz to keep them. Quite the dilemma to be caught in. But altogether, everyone's going to hold on to their guns. Everyone's going to be happy. 5 guns being saved, grand total there. And Marv should be able to... I think he's going to be buying M4. No way. Unless they go for a double up now. Possible.
I'm not sure.
It is possible. It is a decision that they could go for. Summit is going to be holding on to that 1 off they do have. Yeah, now Marv is going to be going for the M4. I think that is the right purchase. But Summit off up, already pre-aimed on the boost. Or I thought someone was going to be... They're not going to bring that off there.
Yes, I mean, CJ going to get up close on the boost to see if anyone's going to make their way over, but Lex brings that bomb into A main, and they're going to gather up for what looks to be maybe some type of A execute, or at least that's where they're posturing up for now. Just Flowsick lurking outside B, and yeah, you can see Lex and XP3 also making their way over towards A, so it seems like that's where they want to end up. Unless they want to throw these set smokes and fake it, that is certainly another option.
Oh, CJ's hearing all of this.
Yeah, they're not faking it. They're going to commit to this hit. Smokes are out. CJ has already made his way over, so they have 3 in the area. FGB coming up big, swinging around the opposite side of the site, finding the opening 2 kills on the round. Hades trying to see if he can wrap around the smoke and bring it right back. He's able to get 1, but then Marv and CJ chime in. The XP3 alone in a 1v4. He can't get it done. And ZPG, they're going to have 5 chances to win this best of 3, knock Winterfox out, and move on to play Cloud9 in just a few moments.
Yeah, they have 5 chances, but I'm not even sure if they're going to need more than 1, as Winterfox's economy is not there. They've just, in classic Winterfox fashion so far in the series, they've just been unable to string together rounds. And that's going to net them, what, an AK? Okay, they're just buying really late. They've been on these late buys, so they're going to end up with 3 rifles overall, which is, I guess, not the end of the world, but certainly not what you need right now. And they may be eliminated here in the, round of 16? First round? Winterfox, I think they may be going down in the first round of 3 qualifiers straight.
I'm not sure.
They got 2-1 by NRG and 0-2'd by Renegades. So yeah, that was...
Now, not much has gone well for Winterfox, which is why they're looking to make changes. Maybe in the long term, this one might pan out a little bit better. Not really sure. Don't want to assess it too much. But now we're down to what could be the final round of 4-on-4. Winterfox is going to get the bomb down, but Marv timing that out shot to the smoke well enough to find the frag. Now they have a 4v2 retake opportunity here. It's up to Flowsick and XP3 to try to survive for a little bit longer. But TPG, they're closing in. They're getting their numbers gathered up and ready to go. They're going to start pushing in together as a unit. And they are going to suffer 1 casualty, but it might be for the greater cause as they're able to trade it out. And there you have it. Summit will be the one to seal the deal. The stand-in, the newcomer, the team that wasn't expected to win. Hades leaves this team to go play for Winterfox, and he gets beat. And so it's ZPG who moves on to play Cloud9.
Yeah, not only that, but they left the server so fast that actually the server counted as a surrender. The game didn't even end. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but hey, a win's a win no matter what. It was a
tilt-o-meter has to be at an all-time high at this point.
They're sounding like me on map 2.
Again, maybe we shouldn't take it with a grain of salt. Maybe in the long term, if this winds up being the move that they're going to make, things might pan out later on. I mean, obviously, Winterfox needed a change. There's no doubt about it. It's right, just, you know, what changes can you really make? Because
and expecting
obviously,
a change to work immediately, like immediately is...
Well, not only that, but options have to be limited, right? I mean, they don't have the buying power to be stealing players away from some of the top teams in the region. So, I mean, they're going to have a tough time finding, like, a star player that's going to turn things around. And
they also lack, like, the pull. Like, I don't think any pro players are, like, tripping over themselves to go play for Winterfox right now.
It's one of those things where no matter who they get, it's not going to be someone that's going to make a substantial difference. Like Hades could be a decent player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock on him, but he's not going to be the hero that saves the day for Winterfox, in my opinion. But again, we'll just have to see what they're going to do because maybe that's not even the move they make. Maybe there was just something they're trying out. Either way, we'll just keep our eyes on it for the future. But for here and now, in the short term, ZPG is going to overcome Winterfox, and now we'll be seeing them face up against Cloud9. So we will take a quick break, but when we come back, we should have that next best of 3 for you. So definitely stay tuned, folks.